All right. Why are you frozen?
I'm not frozen. I might be frozen on your end, but on my end, I'm good. Am I still frozen?
Okay. No, you're good.
Okay. You like how I just... All right. Hey, you guys. Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. Boy, do we got a lot to talk about today. Like always, I am joined by LaCresha. Say hello. And please don't forget to subscribe, comment, all those other stuff, like, and make sure you follow us on our social medias. They'll be linked in the bio. So today we are here to review RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, Season 1, Episode 1. Good day, good day, good day. I laughed at that title. I thought that was funny. So the grand prize is a year's supply of Revolution makeup and a cash prize of $30,000. Doll hairs, yes. And I'm just so happy they get some cash. And poor UK. Poor UK. Everybody else, at least Holland gets a dress. At least they get something. UK, they get flown to America for a Wild Present show.
UK gets stuck with a little badge.
And a repeater badge. Like, poor UK. And in my opinion, UK is probably the best version out there right now. Yeah, I said it. Especially UK season. Now, UK season 1, but UK season 2 was very entertaining. They stepped it up in the lip sync department. That was the only thing that lacked from UK season 1 was the lip syncs weren't there. But season 2 had the lip syncs. And yeah. But anyway, we're here to discuss Down Under. And let's start off with these entrance looks. I'm going to run through our queens that are gracing our screen this season from the order they entered the workroom. We have Art Simone, Maxi Shield, JoJo Zaho, Electroshock, Scarlett Adams, Coco Jumbo, Ketamine, etc., Anita Wiglet, and Karen from Finance. They have some great names. There's some great names in the Down Under cast, okay? Especially JoJo Zaho. Like, 10s across the board for the name. 10s across the board. So let's talk about these interest looks. Is there any of them that really just spoke out to you?
I liked Art's.
Yeah.
I liked Kita's. And I don't usually do the clowns, but for some reason I really liked
That was not a clown, that was camp.
Well, okay, that was camp. I usually don't do camp. But I liked hers. I liked JoJo's. Like little 1950s housewife clear thing.
I got the
and then it was like, oh, okay.
Well, honey, I really enjoyed quite a few of their interest looks. Coco Jumbo.
Coco took it.
Coco Jumbo's baby. She's gonna be the confessional queen of the season. I see it already.
Yes.
She's gonna be the one telling us the story. Who's gonna tell our story? Coco Jumbo. And
who lives, who dies, who tells our story? Coco.
Yes. I'm super excited for that. I also really liked Karen from Finance. It was just it just did what it needed to do for me. It really did. There's only 3 of them that I just really didn't care of. First one was Electroshock. In my opinion, that was the worst run entrance look ever for any franchise. Like, the outfit was terrible, the makeup was terrible, the wig line was terrible. Like, man, what was that?
Or Electra?
Yeah, Electroshock.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. The boobs were out of place.
It's just,
I'm like, how long have you've been doing drag for 8 years? Are you sure?
Are you sure? Like, are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
But then again, there's a reason why you're the employee, not the boss, okay?
She said it.
Right off the jump, we got a little shade. We were getting they
Oh,
were
God.
ready. But I've been told the Australian queens are shady, but baby, they went straight in.
They are.
Like as soon
I love
as
it though.
as soon as Elektra walked in, they were like, "Who's that? I don't know her. Do you know her?
Ooh, who's that?
What's she wearing?" I'm like,
Which was funny because then a few scenes later they were like,
"Come on."
well, I knew Elektra, I knew Keita.
Yes, I was so confused when Art did that because Art was the main one. Was like, "Oh, I don't know her," but then like, "Oh yeah, I know such and such. I know that's their boss," and she brought up the fact, and I'm like, "But you just said you didn't know her."
Right. What are you trying to say?
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we also got Kita Mean and Anita Wiglet they both own a
Best
bar
friends
in New Zealand, and they're also the boss of Elektra Shock. And
Yep.
you mentioned it before we started recording. I can see it clearly. They're setting up a Kita Mean versus Anita Wiglet lip sync. And I imagine soon, like maybe next episode or the following. And,
right.
And
especially
the way that they're
considering
showing
what we're getting next week already.
Yeah. And from what we've seen, I think Anita is gonna win the lip sync. Because usually the one who's the more confident, like, yeah, I'm gonna send her home, blah, blah, blah. Bye. If you think about it.
Well, I thought Keita was the one that was like, oh, I'm gonna send Anita home.
Yeah, I know. So that means Anita's gonna win the lip sync.
Yeah.
To give her that, oh, I did it. I'm not the sidekick. I'm the main character. You know what I'm saying? Give her that moment.
That'd be like me sending you home.
Oh, Lord. I wouldn't know how to act. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would be Monet in that situation. I'll be like, you sending me?
Wait, what?
You did see her, right? You did see that, right? You sending me home. Oh yeah, that would be, I would be memed like crazy because my face would have been like
face crack
of the century,
millennia.
Of the millennia. Yes. Oh, I would be gagged with the spoon. With the spoon.
Down the throat.
I would be. And then I'll go home and then I'll be happy for you. But in the initial moment, I'll be like, me. Okay. My luck, I ever get on the show, not even like I do drag or anything, but my luck, I get on the show and I'm the first one to go. I'm gonna be mad. Spend all this coins, do all this stuff to get ready for this show, and you send me home first? You can't let my height be my advantage for at least halfway through the season. You know, being the tallest queen to walk into the workroom.
Brooklyn Heights.
But anyway, let's go ahead and discuss.
You'd have to duck down just to get into the workroom.
A lot of them already do, which I don't understand why they won't raise the door frame. You know, you got some tall ass drag queens that got to come through there. I think they enjoy watching them go when they come in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's discuss the mini challenge.
Either that or it's just standard door height.
But like I said, they are fully aware of the height of their drag queens and they can easily cut it themselves and frame it themselves. It's not that hard to raise it up 2 more feet so that the queens can walk in without having to go. But anyway, let's discuss this mini challenge. They had to overact in Thor. Now, they had a guest appearance from the director of the upcoming Thor movie, Tika. I can't pronounce his last name. Can you? I'm familiar with him, but like I've always had an issue with pronouncing his last name. So Tika was there, and it was very clearly he pre-recorded that, and they just played it as they needed through the challenge. That was so obvious that man was not really on the Zoom call.
No.
Sat down in front of one of his cameras there, shot that, sent it the room, be like, all right, do what you need to do with that.
They spliced that together.
Yes, honey. But overall, I thought it was a pretty funny mini challenge.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was different because usually with the overseas and the early seasons of U.S. Drag Race, that first challenge is a photo shoot. So it was nice to switch it up a little bit, just a little bit. I love a good mini challenge. Did anybody stand out to you that was just hilarious? Because I had two that just really stuck out to me.
No, not really.
Listen, for me, JoJo's a hoe. When she was like, "I'm mad." I'm sorry. Oh, that tickled the soul. You just don't understand. That tickled the soul. It really did. And then Karen from Finance, when she came in, that was pretty hilarious for me. I really enjoyed it. Overall, Electroshock won the mini challenge. Do you agree?
No.
I don't either. I really don't. Because honestly, in my opinion, that should have went to JoJo's a hoe. Because that just, man. I'm like, yes, come on. You just don't understand. Like that, to me, JoJo should have won the mini challenge. But hey, Elektra won it. She won a lovely necklace set from Fierce Drag Jewels. So you know what? Congratulations. So, RuPaul announces that this week we're having a ball. Which, in my opinion, it's not fully a ball if we're not making a garment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a ball unless we're making a garment. Now, don't get me wrong, this was real cute. But the third outfit should have been something they made there. Just like the US girls, when they do a ball, usually that third outfit is something they make when they're there. And I imagine there's a design challenge coming. But yeah, don't say ball. Because if you say ball, that's where my mind goes. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to make something.
Yeah, we're going to make something. And then when I heard we're not making nothing, I'm like, oh, okay. So we're just walking out in clothes we brought. That's the main challenge. In clothes we brought. Okay. I'm just. The first category is Born Naked. And the second category was No Place Like Home. Now, before we hit the runway, we got a few mirror moments to discuss. So the first one is JoJo's a hoe. Talking about while she was being raised, they lived on a mission. And how she dealt with a lot of race issues. Because a lot of people, and that's anywhere, they see the color of your skin before anything else about you. And just the struggles coming with that. And I really, once again, I enjoy conversations like this. And I enjoyed that JoJo was able to share their story during the time that they could. All right, and then
I guess we're back to the edits where if you get the sad edit, you go home because they tricked us last season.
Well, Keita Mean, I don't want to say Keita Mean's story was sad, but we got to know about her weight loss journey and with her getting the gastric sleeve done. And talking about, it's still, you're still that person, that person you were don't just disappear overnight.
Disappear.
And
body dysmorphia is
especially
real.
with the body image and having to come on the stage with a nude illusion.
Right.
So like I felt that. I've never had a gastric sleeve or bypass or anything, but feeling uncomfortable in your skin. I've been there before. I completely understand that.
Oh yeah, like I feel like I have body dysmorphia now, and part of it is a weight thing, and the other part of it is like I don't have that cute, pretty stomach I used to have. Now it's just all dappled with scars, and now I got this big old cut in the middle, and yeah, it just makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah, and everybody goes through something similar. So once again, I love seeing the conversations. Now, I want to say something about this episode. The flow of this episode was immaculate. Like it really just boom, it flowed so good. Like there wasn't a dull moment. Like usually with US or UK, even Holland, there was moments where you're like, okay, why are we filling time? And maybe because we had the entrances this episode, so maybe we'll get back to having that, oh, we need to fill time situation. But this episode really was paced well. It flowed great. All right, and the last thing we need to discuss, it wasn't a mirror moment, but Scarlett's outfit ripped. Like, tore. Especially in the back. The back had a huge gape open.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
When I heard
I saw that and I was like, oh wow.
When I heard Scarlett scream, I'm like, baby, are they fighting? Are the girls already fighting? And then they put the camera on her and I'm like, oh, and then you can see the producers helping sew like at least the front part so that she could walk the runway. And I'm like, oh
no, she did that herself.
Well, if you pay attention, she starts the staple, but then it cuts to a scene and you see a woman with long black hair sewing. So I imagine that was somebody on the team helping her get that sewed in time, which I thought that was nice to see. But I've been told producers on set help with the outfits anyway. Like they'll help zip up something or help put something together for you. So it was nice.
Well, you know, with season 13, they all had handlers. So I think
maybe that's what it was, a handler.
Yeah. So I think that might have been what it was.
Because Britta, for season 12,
even though you know Australia and New Zealand are all out of quarantine, America.
And Britta mentioned it when she was recording the "I'm That Bitch" challenge. Her original Nicki Minaj inspired look ripped. The zipper ripped when the handler zipped it up, so they had to change it last moment. But yeah. Let's get on back to the show, and it's time to bring it to the runway. Up first, we have Michelle Visage and Reese Nicholas, honey. I like Reese. Reese was, you know, he played off of Michelle and Ru very well. Like Reese has that same dirty humor that RuPaul has. And I thought that was quite hilarious. But let's discuss RuPaul real quick. So apparently,
being in two different places at once.
So apparently, RuPaul's makeup was lost in the transit, and we had to do the first episode out of drag, and then come back later and do the part in the runway. Honestly, she should have just stayed out of drag because the dress wasn't cute. I didn't like the dress. I didn't like the hair. You know, Raven does the makeup, so you know that was good. But the dress it wasn't proportioned right. Like it was just, there was a miss for Mama Ru for this to be the very first episode for the Down Under people. No, it wasn't the tea. Did you like it?
I didn't really pay it any attention, considering the fact that I didn't think that it was going to be that much of the episode. I couldn't tell if it was blue or black.
I think it was black. I think my 4K television, it looked black.
Right.
I threw that 4K in there.
Yes.
There's a review that I watched that somebody has a 4K TV and they mentioned it once while talking about, well, on my 4K television, I didn't see that. So now that's a joke that's consistently on there. Well, I watched it in 4K and I didn't see that. So it was nice to bring that over. But I did watch it in 4K. But yeah, RuPaul out of drag, you know, nice suit. This is the first time RuPaul has been at the main table without being in drag. Now, there was the first episode of season 9, but if you remember, they didn't have the judges panel out. They were just kind of sitting there. This was the first time Ru's ever been at the table, judging, telling a girl to sashay away out of drag.
Right.
And honestly, I didn't hate it.
No,
I didn't.
I thought it was a welcome change.
It was like I wouldn't mind a whole season of RuPaul out of drag, but like, if some weeks Ru just don't feel like getting in drag, well, Ru, you done did your dues, honey. This is the queens trying to impress.
Many years.
Yeah, you've done this for 13 years, honey. 13 long years.
13.
And yeah, so if you miss a few weeks, I ain't gonna be mad. But from the preview, it looks like, I guess they got the makeup because it looks like Ru's in drag at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And Ru and Michelle look so good next week, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, I was gagged. I'm like, Ru, Michelle! Teach the kids. Teach them. Anyway, so let's talk about the first category, which was Born Naked. So who was your standouts for the Born Naked runway? Ooh. Did you like any of them? Now, Fred,
okay,
one
so
like.
Scarlett's was good.
Yes, even with the scar.
I like the scar. I did kind of sort of like Maxie's just a little bit.
I like Maxie's approach to it. It was different from everybody else's.
Yes. Who did the RuPaul?
Oh, that was Elektra. That was Elektra.
And then I like JoJo's the Hose, but that's just based off of coming from her mirror moment to that outfit and understanding what it was based off from. But then I was slightly confused because I was like, well, wait, why is there a black line in the middle? I'm gonna need you to pull that up or pull something down or something. And then who else did I like? Oh, I liked Arts. I have to say I loved Arts.
Well, honey, I was with you until you said you like JoJo's. I'm like, ma'am, when she walked out, I'm like, girl, that was the first thing I noticed was the line. I'm like, if you don't pull that down, pull it up, pull it down, something. But let me tell you, I didn't like a lot of these looks, to be honest with you. I'm a name
Coco would have had me had her eyes not been cockeyed.
Listen, I did not like Electra's, Coco's, etc's, JoJo's, Anita's, Kita's. The rest I liked.
Oh, you liked Arts.
Barely. The one that I really enjoyed was Scarlett's, which we discussed. I really did enjoy Scarlett's. Karen's. And then I enjoyed Arts. But barely.
So you like the silicone and the 2 rhinestones.
And that was barely for Art. Now, I did like Maxie's. We discussed Maxie. I did like Maxie. I like Maxie's more than I did Art Simone's. Said it. I'm sorry. Okay. The category is Born Naked, Nude Illusion. Half and half is not Nude Illusion. I'm sorry, but you did not do the category. Now, if this was half and half, 10s across the board. Gorgeous. But for Nude Illusion, no. No. And I really think that's why she didn't win. I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but I think that's why she didn't win, because that first category was supposed to be Nude Illusion, not half and half. I'm just saying. So let's skip over to the category I actually liked. No Place Like Home, where they had to do a runway based off of their hometown. Now, listen, when I first heard No Place Like Home, I'm like, Wizard of Oz? We're doing the Wizard of Oz runway? Finally! But then when Ru explained it was, a hometown look, I'm like, oh. I'm still
You know what? I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere would have translated that as. Now you could
got the list that said hometown look, because if they would have put No Place Like Home
type
I would have went straight for Wizard of Oz. Oh,
it's American.
We didn't do our normal discussion real quick, so let's do that real quick before we discuss the second runway. What have you would have done with the category Born Naked? What would you have done with it?
Ooh, I'd have dressed up like a baby and put a diaper on.
Oh my God, yes! 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 Man.
I'd have went to the wig maker that that Olivia and Candy
went for that wig. Yes, I feel you.
Oh, it would have been a mix of theirs and Maxie's, because then I'd have did the baby doll dress, but it would have been see-through.
I feel you. I likes that. For me, I think I would have pulled. You remember the Madonna runway for season 9, and Valentina did the sex books that had the 2 black bars, and that was it.
Yeah,
I would have done that.
Yeah,
like I would have been in a nude illusion bodysuit, with all the curves and everything, and then I would just wear poop, and then do a Madonna wig. So basically, I would do a Madonna look, not a Valentina look, but Valentina did the look too. So I just wanted to give where my reference went when I heard Born Naked. So no place like home.
You could have did a Got Mick and did the pasties in a little way.
Let me some Got Mick. All right, so no place like home, an outfit based on your hometown.
Not based on the Wizard of Oz.
Not based on the Wizard of Oz, but based on your hometown. What would you have done?
Ooh, okay. So I'm from San Jose, California, and San Jose is technically a part of Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
So you can translate to Silicon Valley or Silicon Valley. So it would have been like either bunch of breast implants.
Or you probably wouldn't even have to do like the breast implant though.
Probably not. It either would have been like breast implant, or it would have been a skirt made out of or no, it would have been a bodice made out of boards.
Mm-hmm.
The thing inside of your computer.
Well, I was born here in Texas, and I was actually born in Corsicana. So I would have done some form of an old Western Texan look, like a saloon, like one of the
You'd have dressed up like Billy the Kid.
I wish I could explain the dress. It's in The Sims. It came with Strangerville. But it's very similar to that, and I would have the cowboy boots on. Like I would have gave you a good old country jig, had my hat on, go out there and do a little 2-step for him, like, hey.
Ooh, okay, wait.
That's what I would
revision. I know exactly what I would have did now.
Okay, what would you have done?
Okay, so the body would have been made of the little green boards, and then the dress would have been like a take off of Zendaya's Cinderella look for the Met Gala in 2018.
Okay.
Where it glowed, and it would have been like Tron.
Yeah, I get where you're going now. Okay, I see you. All right, so let's discuss the No Place Like Home runway. There was actually two looks I really didn't like. The 2 looks I really didn't like was Anita Wiglet's, that goat was a no.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
And then I didn't like JoJo's a hoe.
I kind of figured you wouldn't. I did, but I didn't.
It was I could have overlooked everything else. It was just the makeup wasn't right for me.
that part, like that.
Like, why were you
was
trying to throw a Maria
everywhere.
Antoinette into it? That had nothing to do with what the statement you were trying to make.
I don't know the history. Like, there's probably
I'm not
some
too familiar with the
behind
history
that.
myself, but I do love the message when she raised the dress up and there was the message there. I like the message was right. The outfit was wrong.
Yes.
And I didn't realize the wig until Michelle said something about the wig. And I watched the episode actually 2 times. So when I went back and watched it the second time, I looked at that wig and I'm like, oh, yeah, I see it this time. I see it this time.
Yeah, because it was like, I think it was the wig cap she saw, not the straps.
Yeah.
And the wig cap was underneath. And I'm like, you could have cut that or pulled it down and prosated that down a little bit.
But yeah, it was just a bad week for JoJo. It really was. Who were your highlights? Who did you really enjoy?
In more ways than one.
Huh?
I said in more ways than one.
Yeah. So who did you enjoy this week with the category No Place Like Home?
I liked Arts.
I did. I really liked Arts. When she ripped it off, flipped it over, and put it back on, I'm like, come on. You know, I look at her like I looked at the Vivian there in season 1 because, you know, they've already had a relationship with WoW before coming in. So I feel like, why are we wasting each other's time if we're just going to crown them?
Right.
But I did enjoy this look. I thought it was amazing. Now, can we talk about Coco's look real quick? The King Kong.
Which one?
The King Kong.
I thought she looked like Patrick Star.
Now that I know who Patrick Star is, if she doesn't do Patrick Star for Snatch Game, it's a waste. Because now that you said it, I see it.
It really is.
Now that you said it, I see it. I didn't like I didn't like it the way the judges did. They were like, oh, we really like the second look. You did? Like, the makeup looked good. The hair was right. It was just that monkey suit. The makeup was
great.
My thing is, it was just a monkey suit. Like, she didn't do nothing to it. Like, it was just a monkey suit. She didn't do nothing to it. Yeah. But let me tell you who I did love. Again, Karen from Finance. Oh my God. I didn't think I was going to love me some Karen the way I love me some Karen, honey. But Karen did it for me this episode in every way. I'm like, come on, Karen. Come on, Karen.
Well, you know, she deserved what she got then.
And then I also really liked Maxie's. I really enjoyed the Maxie look she had. I really enjoyed Electra's. And for me, not being from Australia, I didn't recognize any of these references they were making. So when they pointed out that, you had to explain to us, I'm like, oh, well, she was going to explain to me anyway. Because like I said, I'm not from Australia. I don't know Australia. So looking at it as an American, I thought she looked gorgeous. She looked way better than when she walked into the workroom with it. That outfit was straight garbage. This was gorgeous. I was like, yes, come on, Maxie. Not Maxie, come on, Electra. Now, I have to talk about Kita Mean. That black dress she wore was really cute. And I'm like, come on, man, you better show off that body. Yes. Because, you know, she talked about her image earlier. And even though she was fully clothed, you know, being in something that tight and revealing is still a moment you would have to go through, especially on a main stage in Australia, in New Zealand. So, come on, Kita Mean. I lived. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to from the runways this week? All right. So our top 3 of the week was Scarlett, Karen from Finance, and Art Simone. Our bottom 3 was Electra, Coco Jumbo, and JoJo Zaho. Do you agree with this placement of queens?
Yeah.
I am fortunately... The only one I kind of question is Scarlett. I didn't really care for the little, whatever this was, the swan. Like, it was cute.
The swan head.
It was cute, but I really thought Maxie should have been in the top instead of Scarlett. I really do. I enjoyed her looks more than I enjoyed Scarlett. But then again, RuPaul makes the choices, not Desmond. Because if this was Desmond's Drag Race, woo, honey, there would have been some choices for season 13 that wouldn't have happened, honey. I'm going to be quiet. Anyway, so our bottom two this week was LaCresha and JoJo's a Hoe. They lip synced to one of my favorite BG songs, Tragedy. I never thought I would hear Tragedy on the main stage. Never.
I'm just surprised I knew it was the Bee Gees.
Like when the song started playing, I was like, no, that was my first guess. I'm like, the Bee Gees? Then the song kept going. I'm like, wait, this is Tragedy. Oh my goodness. And for it to be the first lip sync of the season, this was a good lip sync. Mm-hmm. Like, think about all the first lip syncs on Drag Race. This is up there. Because usually the first ones kind of suck. Because usually they're two queens who aren't really entertainers or they're nervous. So, stuff like that. But yeah, this was a great first lip sync. Like, I put this up there with Juicebox and Lemon's lip sync. That was a good lip sync. And like, if you think about season 13's first lip sync for your life, if you don't include the first episode, it would have been Denali versus Kimora Hall. And we all know how that went down, honey. I still live for how Denali. I live for Denali. All stars, please. But anyway, what did you think of the lip sync?
I think JoJo looked a little defeated.
Yeah, about halfway through, you could really see it. At the beginning, she was fighting. She's like, I got this. But around that time that Miss Elektra hit that split, it was like, she was like, you know what?
Never mind. Because I can't do none of that.
And normally,
especially not in this outfit.
And normally I get annoyed by splits. I'm like, girl, we see the splits all the time. But I really enjoyed Elektra's split. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not sure if it was.
But she added a little extra flair to it.
Spin with it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm here for it. I really am." And unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to JoJo's a Hoe. Do you agree with her with losing that lip sync?
Unfortunately, yeah, I do.
I agree as well. I believe Scarlett won that lip sync, and she did it good. She did it real good. So we had to tell JoJo sashay away. And next week, we're already getting the Snatch Game.
Right?
Like with 9 queens. I think this will be the most queens in a Snatch Game ever. So I'm like...
Yeah, I was like, for real, we're getting Snatch Game already?
Wait, All Stars 2 would have had 9 queens if Adore didn't quit. Because, they did Snatch Game in the second episode. But I'm excited for Snatch Game. I really am. I wish they would have gave us a little hint on who's doing who, a little something. But hey.
Well, one person, I know we got 2 of them that are doing...
Same person, right? Is that what
Same person.
Because I only watched the preview once for next week.
Yeah.
It was the same person.
I forgot who they're doing.
Now, hopefully, I'm familiar with these Snatch Game contestants. Because, we're not from Australia. Mm-hmm. And they might pick somebody who's just big in Australia, not worldwide.
An Australian entertainer.
Yeah, so hopefully we know a few of them. Because in Holland, the only one I knew was Joe Exotic, baby. And I never watched the show. I just knew, that's Joe Exotic.
I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes.
I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. I can't. So I turned that shit off. But yeah, so now we come to the part of the show where we make our predictions for the season. All right, LaCresha, are you ready? Who is your top 3 for this season? Who do you think is going to be in the top 3?
So I wrote down Art, Coco, and Scarlett, and maybe Kita.
Art who?
Art, Scarlett, Kita, and hopefully Coco.
Okay. And then honorable mention Coco. Ooh, yours look a little different from mine, honey.
That looks a lot different from yours.
A lot different, honey. All right, my top three is Karen, Art.
Forgot about Karen.
And then Maxie Shield. And then I did an honorable mention of Coco as well, because I feel like Coco will make top 4. But usually they do a top 3 in a situation, in a 10 queen season. Mm-hmm. But yes, I am super excited for my queens. I feel like I'm gonna predict the right winner, and you're not.
Yeah, because I have predicted the winner 2 American seasons in a row. I'm gonna say
that we were both good on the American seasons. Because we picked Jada, like in the beginning, we were like Jada, and we both picked Simone in the beginning. Simone. Now, the only one I got
Shea Coulee. Well, no, I wanted Shea. You wanted.
No, I wanted Shea. When the cast was announced and the first episode happened, I wanted Shea. But when the finale came, I was like, Juju, please,
Juju, maybe Juju.
But don't want to spill too much tea about International All Stars, but we might get to see that. We might get to see that. So we got a way to say.
Question, because right after that was like a preview for Brazil or Spain. Are you watching that too?
We will be watching Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, we will be watching Spain. Which leads into our news section. Drag Race Spain is coming. It says very soon, so I'm expecting it within the next few weeks, honestly. In the next few weeks, we're going to have Drag Race Spain, and you know me and subtitles, Lord. Ooh, but I'm going to watch. I'm currently watching Thailand, so I can be fully equipped with all the branches. I just don't like subtitles, okay? I don't. And I think that was the big reason why we did limited coverage on Holland. Because, I didn't mind you coming over, we're watching, but having to read it, incorporate it, write it down, say it out loud, it was just translate. It was just no. Couldn't.
We were kind of like, no.
And plus, at that point, we were exhausted. We were exhausted at that point.
Yeah, especially since it came so late in the year, because we had season 12, All Stars, Canada,
Holland.
Then Holland.
And just like she said, it was the end of the year, and that's quite a busy time where we work. And then on top of that, all the holidays that come at the end of the year. I was just over it. I really was. Yeah. I want to watch and not review, okay?
Yes. We took the time with Holland to just kind of sit and enjoy Drag Race for what it was.
Yes. And it was opposed to season. There was some questionable choices about those lip syncs.
Oh, but okay, because look, for us to sit there and talk about Holland online would have been nothing but a season of rants.
Baby, if we would have covered it, we would have been ranting
the whole time.
Ranting. Don't get me wrong, I live for Miss Abby. Oh my God, but she should have left
a long time ago.
But be quiet. We're not talking about Holland.
Because I don't know how she made it to the finale when she should have been gone in episode 3.
Listen, we're not okay. Drag Race Spain is coming. Super excited for it. All Star 6 is coming as well. They said we're gonna get a release date soon. I'm hearing on the streets. 7? Huh?
I thought we watched 6.
No, 5 was the one Shay won. And now we'll be coming up to 6. All Star, rumor has it, All Star 6 will start as soon as Down Under ends. So when Down Under ends the next week, All Stars will start.
So middle of June.
Yeah. And that'll be on Paramount Plus. Excuse me, I belched it in. Drag Race Canada, Drag Race Holland have all been renewed. I heard rumors that they're getting ready to shoot Canada, and it's supposed to come out later this year. Same with Holland. They're saying after All Star 6, UK3 is going to go up, and I think they said there's going to be a slight overlap with UK3 because they're trying to catch UK up because UK2 was supposed to air last year. So UK3, which my girl Veronica Green, come on, whoop whoop whoop! Super excited for you, girl. UK3 is coming
because she's been showing out on Instagram.
I follow her, but I don't get on Instagram, so like I barely get on Instagram. If I'm on there, I have to be really bored to go look at pictures. But they say after UK3 is when we're gonna get international all-stars or all-stars global. Like there's a few pitching names that they're going with, but I'm super excited because we talked about the rumor cast. If you didn't watch that video, I will link it in the description. You must go see who this cast is. Now there's been an update. One of those American queens will not be there, but still it's gonna be a guy, a goop and a holler, and I'm ready. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. But rumor has it there's only gonna be 6 episodes, so that's why the cast is so small.
Okay.
And rumor has it all-star rules like they did for season 2 through 4, where there's gonna be a top 2. That top 2 lip sync, then they'll send somebody home. That's the format they're going to follow. That's all the information I know. There's also a elimination order that's out, but I didn't watch it. You know me, I don't like spoilers. But I almost flipped. Because I was like, oh, International All-Stars. I'm like, wait, no, what am I doing? Stop. Bad Desmond, we don't do that. But yeah, we got Drag Race coming, honey. And we also have the Queens of the Universe, the singing competition that RuPaul and them are doing with drag queens. So we got a year. But I don't know, I don't feel tired this year. Maybe because we're still in the beginning of the year. Right.
Because we're still at the beginning of the year. I think
we'll see how we feel
now. We've gotten like a 2-week break, kind of, sort of, from season 13.
It ended last Friday. It's been 1 week.
Jesus.
Like
it feels like it's been 2 weeks.
Okay. It went from Friday to Saturday. That's it. That is it. Now, other news that's not Drag Race related, Pose starts back up tomorrow on the 2nd. You better watch. You need to catch up. Even though you know what happens because you read spoilers. You need to watch. We're not going to cover it on the channel. Well, we might maybe do a season recap at the end or something. I don't know. Legendary season 2, the ballroom competition that's on HBO Max. Come on, y'all got to get into it. That starts on the 6th. That's next Friday. So like Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be a very busy time for me, okay? Legendary season 1 was...
And then I start school in 2 weeks. Huh? I said, and then I start school in 2 weeks.
Well, congratulations. Woo, woo, woo. We're going to send positive thoughts and no procrastination your way. None. We're throwing it away. We don't want none of that coming your direction. But yes, one house, because they announced the houses that are going to be in Legendary Season 2. We're going to have the house of Balenciaga, which is the house that Mariah is from. Now, she won't be there representing,
right,
but her house will be there. And I'm super excited to see, what the house of Balenciaga is going to bring. But anyway, I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to touch upon on this day?
No.
Well, all right, LaCresha, where can they find you on the medias that are social?
I am at Cretia McGill on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you Monday, Tuesday. I will see you Tuesday. We will see you next Saturday. I'm mad.